Good morning. The first snow of the season here in the Carolinas. I'm headed to the mountains at dark 30 because it looks beautiful. Not a whole lot. It's still snowing. Not supposed to snow all day. Some areas I've heard it's got like about 6 inches up high. I'm about 2,200 right now. But it's going to be a glorious day. Checking out my new backpack. Seeing how that works out. But more importantly, just getting out in the snow in the mountains. I haven't seen it since last February at the beginning of my AT through hike when I was going from Georgia to North Carolina. I'm looking forward to this. It's gonna be a blast. Well, bummer. I'm here on the trail. I'm on the Art Loeb trail right outside Brevard, North Carolina. When I started out, there was about an inch and a half of snow. Not a lot. But obviously that would have been more the more I climbed. Unfortunately, there's no snow here. It's about 37 degrees here. But the snow was falling in little parts. You go through a little, well, I went through a little valley coming here, but this is back up to about 2,000 feet. I'll probably only get to about 3,000, 3,200 today. I'm actually on the Art Loeb trail. I might have just said that. On the south side of the trail. It's about a 30-mile trail. I won't be doing the whole 30 miles today. I might come back here in the next, tomorrow or the next day and finish it. But I might not too. I don't know. Right now I'm just kind of out here to get some hiking in, some good exercise, and check out the new backpack. It is, well, I'll get to that in a second. But as you can see, you might be able to see it, there is some snow falling. It's not sticking though because it's 37 degrees. And I was coming more from the Asheville area, Black Mountain area, which is the east side of Asheville. And there, the snow was sticking, and that's also about 2,500 feet of elevation right there. I guess this is more south, I guess, so the snow just wasn't as prevalent here. But I don't know, maybe it was, I think, a little higher. There'll be some snow on the ground, I don't know. Really looking forward to seeing the white stuff on the trail today. But I guess it just wasn't in the cards, but who knows? If I would keep going on this trail, I'd get to like Black Balsam. It's about 6,200 feet of elevation, so there would be definitely some more there. But that's not really the plan, but who knows? You never know about Fortune, what he's going to do. I might change my mind, just keep on going. But if that happened, I'd probably have to find a shuttle driver on the north side of the trail to get me back to the car. That's funny. But I am quite experienced in doing that, so you never know what I'm going to do. It's quite chilly out here, though. It'll get chillier as I get higher, but it's beautiful. Really wanted to check out the trail here to see how well it's maintained. This is Pisgah National Forest, and this is a part of it that's open after Helene, so see what it looks like. Not too many comments on all trails about it, so I don't know if I'm sure people's been out here, but they're not leaving comments on all trails on what the trails looks like. So I thought doing a nice little video out here showing everybody what the Art Loeb trail in the Pisgah National Forest is looking like. Here's the first bridge that crosses the river. I think this is Davidson, and from here not much water from my understanding. But getting back to my backpack, which I'm wanting to check out today, for those of you who are new, or maybe those who have been following just aren't sure what I do or what I use, I've used a Flash 55 from REI for the last couple years on all my thru hikes, 5 thru hikes to date, and have had 2 different Flash 55s. They work good and they're light, a little less than 3 pounds, so not quite ultra light. But REI has a new one called I think it's newer, called the Flash Air 50. So this one is 5 liters less of capacity, but it's about a pound less. And the other one was quite light. This was even lighter. So I wanted to check it out. So far, a lot of the compartments are the same as far as like cup holders or bottle holders and such. Material seems to be a little different, but I'm looking forward to testing it out today and seeing how it is. So far, it's very comfortable and very light feeling. So see how it goes. Let's do it. Not sure what's up with that bridge. Looks like there's a trail over there or something. Not sure what that is. I think this is the Art Loeb here. Can't figure out what that bridge is for. Oh no, actually the Art Loeb probably turns this way. I think that goes to a campground or something. Huh. I wonder what this bridge, or how long ago that was out, if that was from the storm or not. Not sure. Alrighty, hopefully this is the right place. I'm gonna look at the map just to make sure. Yes, it was a little switchback coming up here. And now let's start climbing a little bit because it's been completely flat for this first mile. I need some climbing, get me warmed up a little bit. You know, as chilly as it is, there should be more snow. That's for sure. You can see it's a little messy up here where some stuff has fallen, but it looks like they have it cleaned off the trail pretty good. All right, let's get some climbing in. About 2.5 miles in and 800 feet of elevation. Here in the beginning, it's just little ups and downs as you gradually get higher up, above that 3,000 line. Nothing too bad at all. Looks like I'm at an intersection. Art Loeb goes this way. Snow's coming down pretty good, but it's not sticking. Probably because it's above 35. Might stick a little bit more up higher as I get there. Oh, right here's where I'm supposed to go, even though nothing was marked. Yep, there's a blaze up there. That's like the Appalachian Trail. You don't see a blaze until you turn down the intersection. Go a little ways. They should put it at the intersection so you know this is where you need to turn. Anyway, climbing again. Goes up and then down a little bit, then up one more time. Like I said, I won't get to the big mountain today, the 6,000 footers, because those are about 15 miles in. And unless I just totally change my mind, just planning on doing an out and back today, not going all the way through. Unless I change my mind and find a shuttle driver to get me back to my vehicle. But otherwise, I'll probably go about 10 miles or so, and then turn back and go down everything I just went up. So come back some other day and finish it out. And time just changed. Time went back. What do you call that? Time daylight savings. Jeez. It was just like a week or two ago. So it is getting dark early right now, 4:30 or 5. So not a whole lot of time in the day, even though I started about 6:30. But by the time I was on the trail, it'd still be about 11 hours. And if I'm going 2.5, it's 22. That would only get me about 27, 28 miles. So it won't get me through the whole thing. I'd probably be going till 8 or 9. And I don't really feel like staying out that late today. With the weather the way it is, I think the snow's supposed to drop off at some point today. And it's supposed to clear out. Still going to be cold. I don't think it gets above 40 today, especially up higher. Now it's sticking a little bit. Dry pellets. And it's windy too. It's been gusting pretty good. Really haven't heard much once I've been on the trail, but I'm starting to hear it now, so might get gusty as I get higher. Anyway, enjoying this little push. Nothing too bad. Nice and gradual. Beautiful. No big views of the mountains that surround, but I think that would be in the second part if I was going to push through today. If not, I'll get to see that next time. But nothing wrong with some nice forest views and a nice push, checking out a new backpack with some snow hitting my face. I don't know if you could see this on the video, but the trail has a lot of erosion right through this section here, which is right around 4 miles in, I believe. Haven't looked at it for a minute, but I'm guessing with the time, about 4 miles. Now, I don't know if that erosion was that bad before the storm, if the storm caused a little bit more erosion, but there's times when it's caved in, almost like a ditch. But these leaves create a big covering over some big branches that are obviously slick because they're damp and wet and then cold and getting a little bit of snow on them. So it makes for a little bit of a slippery trek sometimes. Nothing too bad though. And as far as storm damage, there isn't much at all. It's been cleaned up pretty good. As you can see, there's some over here along the sides. See, here's a little bit of snow sticking. It's definitely coming down decently. Like I said, just a little too warm to stick, but the higher I go, more chance it might stick a little bit, which I wouldn't mind seeing a little bit of white on the ground, but not too bad. Storm damage wise, most of the trails in this area, like within, I don't know, an hour of Asheville, is closed, at least where the mountains are. Most of the Mountain C trails closed. The Smokies are open. Great Smoky Expressway is open. I-40 is not, which goes by Davenport Gap on the Appalachian Trail, coming out of the Smokies. Mount Mitchell, Craig, all that area, which is the Black Mountain Range, all closed. So this part of Pisgah is open, but enter your own risk type of situation. So I thought I'd come out here and take a look and do some scouting for y'all, show you what it's like. So far, so good. It's been pretty windy, so I didn't know over the last couple days. I wasn't sure if there would be quite a few blowdowns or not on top of the storm, but it's not bad at all. As you can see, there's a little bit more snow on the ground, still just a dusting, but getting higher. Not sure exactly how long, maybe a mile to Chestnut Knob, which is 3,800 feet of elevation. So I think that's about 1,000 more than, or 800 more than what I am right now. So that should provide a little bit more snow, unless it's open where the sun would be hitting it, because as you can see, the sun is out. It is definitely clearing out, and the snow will probably be stopping here shortly. It's very minimally falling right now. Not like it was, a little windier than it has been, but still not bad at all, maybe 10 miles an hour. Really haven't had too many open areas yet though too. A lot of rhododendron and mountain laurel tunnels that I'm walking through, but sure is beautiful with that white dusting on these beautiful green plants and trees. Loving the views, would love it more, or will love it more on top of the summits. Hopefully there'll be good views up there. That's a big one. Standing on the summit of Chestnut Knob. Not the one in Virginia, but the one in North Carolina. You can hear that wind ripping away up here, although it's socked in with trees. You can see the mountains in the distance, but beautiful sunny weather. Still cool. That wind is pretty well blocked by the trees. I'm not feeling it too much. But Chestnut Knob is in the bag. That wind has really kicked up. That's gusting to a good 50 or 60 miles an hour right now. And a lot of these trees are quite weak looking. Gonna go about another mile unless it gets too bad, and then turn around, start heading back. Be about 8 miles one way, so it'll be about 16 for the day, give or take. But it's definitely a doozy. You can see over there, those mountains there are quite wide on top. They get up to about 5,000 and 6,000 feet of elevation. So definitely some heavier amounts of snow up there. I don't know, maybe I'll go up there tomorrow. But gonna call it a day here soon, start heading back. Because that wind's kicking up pretty good. And I only wanted to go 15 or 20 miles a day. Unless I change my mind and decide to go straight through. But that was a small chance, obviously, because of the fact that would get me done quite late, and had things to do. I'm not on a thru-hike, so I'll come back and finish this in a day or two, or next week, next time I have a chance to get out here and do so I can see the rest of the Art Loeb trail. But all in all, great condition on this trail, for sure. That wind's calmed down a little bit now, about 20 miles an hour. Don't be deceived, it's gonna get worse. Those gusts are heavy. So I'm gonna head back here pretty soon. But anyway, I'm sure I'll talk to you again before this is all over. But definitely come out here and check it out. It's in great condition. As I'm descending here in this beautiful, what am I in? Mountain Laurel section. Hopefully blocking enough of the wind where you can hear me. I thought I'd update you on a couple things that will be coming up on the channel here. There's still a couple other videos that will be uploaded for the AT thru-hike this year, 2024. Some reviews of the other states. I know a lot of people was enjoying my reviews of the states, and I don't think I did the last 3 or 4, so I need to put those up there. But something I've been working on here lately that I think will be some really good videos for you to see what's going on is some updates of 3 different areas that was hit by Hurricane Helene pretty hard. Asheville, of course, Irwin, Tennessee, and Swannanoa, and the Black Mountain area, which is on the east side of Asheville. The Swannanoa River really did a lot of damage in that area, and then Asheville, of course, is close around the Biltmore area, and Irwin was just all kinds of destruction. So wanted to show some videos, kind of like mini documentaries, if you will, that will show 8 weeks later and you know, how things are doing, the strides that are being made to rebuild those communities and those areas, and a good message of hope. Obviously the destruction and, you know, what is still there needing to be repaired, but hopefully, you know, some good messages of hope as well, because those areas of western North Carolina, and, you know, the Irwin, Tennessee area, you know, it's not just those areas. Obviously, I can't do videos on all of the areas. Those are the areas, you know, I just wanted to kind of hit on some videos and do some updates. Obviously, you know, Damascus, Hot Springs, you know, all of these areas were hit, Appalachian Trail towns, I should say, were hit pretty hard. And definitely keep them in your prayers. And if you have the means to help, you know, those areas, definitely by the grace of God, go they. So help them out. But I definitely going to have those videos up, and then obviously going to be having all the videos of, not all of them, sometimes, like last week. Ow. Ow. That's the worst part about these leaves. You slide on a branch sometimes and it just sends your foot forward straight down. And then you like jar your leg and hurt your back or your hip. That was one of those. I'm okay, just hurt for a split second. But like last week, I climbed a black mountain and no videos because that was it for me. Not all my mountain climbs and hikes are something I'll share, of course. It's my life. I do it all the time. A little less right now these last few weeks than I'd like because I had a lot of things going on after the thru hike. I don't know if you can see those mountains. That's beautiful. Had a lot going on. You know, after the thru hike with the book, some book signings and such. I like to stay conditioned, but I had some. Woo, that brains itself. Good thing I wasn't standing right there. But yeah, I had some pretty good back issues going on at the end of Katahdin, and you know, some plantar problems, and you know, just some different problems that needed to be healed up. My knees took a little longer to recuperate this time than my other thru hikes, and I know that that's because of Lyme hitting me this year and just making my body weaker towards the end than it normally would be. But I'm strong now. I'm all healed up. Again, you know, been working on the Thru Hiker magazine that's going to hit in 2025. That date will be updated here soon. Will be the early part of 2025. But be updating that on the channel as well. Just stay tuned to the channel. On Facebook. Woo! Nasty. On Facebook, you can follow me as well. Hiker Fortune is like where you find me on Facebook. Just follow me there for things that might not be on YouTube. But most everything, you know, that needs to be updated is on YouTube. So definitely keep following. Sorry I've lacked on some videos lately. Like I said, I've been really busy. But there's going to be a lot of videos coming out, keeping you all updated, and obviously a review of this REI Air Flash 50, which by the way is great. I love the line of the Flash 55. This is a little lighter, a little smaller, and I'm loving the comfortability of it so far. I'll definitely get my review on that here soon as well. But keep tuned and show you the rest of the Art Loeb trail, amongst some other things. I like to stay conditioned. I haven't been doing it the last couple of weeks as much as I like to, but I'm still in good shape. And I could jump out on a thru hike today if I needed. Not quite as strong as I normally like to be though. Might only be 18-mile days instead of 25-mile days. I'm joking. Anyway, stay tuned. I'm gonna get out of this wind. That wind is cold, by the way. It's just like 40 degrees outside, so that wind kicking up, probably putting it down in the low 20s, I'd say, or mid 20s. So pretty cold, but anyway, thanks for listening and watching the video. Keep tuned. Updates coming, and definitely keep tuned for the information and updates on the hard hit areas after Hurricane Helene 8 weeks later. For now, fortune out. Fortune out. Live live.